Hi everyone, Solo here. We today gonna do trigonometry factor formula. So we are going to use it to transform some equations from products to sums. Okay, so let's remind ourselves some of the trigonometrical identities. Cos A plus B is equal to cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. Also, cos A minus B is equal to cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. For the sines, sin A plus B is equal to sin A cos B plus sin B cos A, and sin A minus B is equal to sin A cos B minus sin B cos A. So let us make some transformation. Let A plus B equals to C. That means that this one will be equal to cos C, and let A minus B equals to D. If that is the case, this one will be cos D. Likewise, this one will be sin A, and this one will be sin C. A plus B C. This minus this is D. So that's what we have. So if we call this one equation 1 and equation 2, if we add 1 and 2, what we will have is this plus this 2A, this plus this minus is equal to C plus D. This implies that A is equal to half of C plus D. Also, if we subtract 1 or subtract 2 from 1, we will have, if we subtract this from this, we will have this minus this 0, this minus that. That's 2B is equal to C minus D. And this implies that B is equal to half C minus D. So with this, we are going to do some important transformations to arrive at the factor formula. That means that if we have two numbers, sin C plus sin D, we will have, remember, this is sin C, this is sin D. Sin C plus sin D, this one is going to go. So we'll have 2 sin A cos B, and we have found what A is. So what we will now have is 2 sin A, and A is C plus D over 2 cos B. Cos B is C minus D over 2. So that's what we are going to have. This one will cancel this one. Also, if we do sin C minus sin D, we are going to have this and this will go. It will be this minus that. That's a 2 sin B. Sin B is C minus D over 2. Then cos A, cos C plus D over 2. So that's what we will have. If we do it for cos C plus cos D will give us cos C plus D from this one. Cos C plus D will give us this and this will go. You have 2 cos A. Cos A is C plus D over 2. A is C plus D over 2. Then cos B, C minus D over 2. That's what we will have. And if we do cos C minus cos D, this next one will be cos C minus cos D. We will have cos C minus D. This and this will go. It will be minus 2 of this, any of it. It will be minus 2 cos minus 2 sine, minus 2 sine A. Sine A is C plus D over 2. Then sine B is C minus D over 2. So that is the factor formula. This important formula for transformation, and we'll use it to do trigonometric differentiation. So if you see now, if you want to see that these things are true, we say let C equals to 60 degrees and D equals to 30 degrees. So for instance, if we will now do sine 60 degrees plus sine 30 degrees, you can use your calculator and do it. But from this formula, it will give us 2 sine 60 plus 30 over 2. That's 90 over 2. Yeah, 2 sine 45 cos 60 minus D, 60 minus 30 over 2. That's 30 over 2, 15. And you get it when you plug this thing, you get it to be equal to 1.366. So if you do cos 60 and do it plus this and add it, you also get that. So that is the answer, is correct. So if we do sine 60 minus sine 30, so we'll get 2 sine 30 cos 45. 60 plus 30 over 2. 60 minus 30 over 2, 15. 60 minus 15 cos that. So we'll have, when we do it, we'll have 0.366. So also, if we do cos 60 plus cos 30, we'll use this and get 2 cos 60 plus 30 over 2, 45, cos 60 minus 30 over 2, 15, and that will get us 1.366. Of course, it's true because cos 45 is equal to sine 45. This and this are equal, so we expect the same answer. Okay, the final one that we'll do will be cos 60 minus cos 30. From this formula, we'll get minus 2 sine. This one is 60 plus 30. That's 90, 45. Sine 60 minus this 30 over 2, 15. And we'll have a minus 0.366. So that's correct. So if you do this separately and with your calculator, you find that you get these answers. So that is how to do factor formula in trigonometric function. Please like this video and subscribe for more interesting episodes. Bye. Thanks. Please subscribe.